So today I'm having my girls over. We need to have some wine and some quality time. Okay, I need my girls. I need them to come over and just help me. I need them to help me. Like, where do I go from here? What do I do? So I'm bringing out the wine, the charcuterie, and yeah, I'm calling my girls over. We have to get into some things. Hey, Manisha, what's been going on? Let me get you the charger because you said your phone's in.
It's dying, yeah.
You just want to plug your phone?
I can just plug my phone. No, I just plug it in. Right. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, that's new.
Cheers. We're gonna have to start without Zig, but I know she's still working.
She should be getting off soon.
Yeah, I spoke to her. She's MD. I know that's more than more than the belly. Oh, okay.
Because it's a South American league, and we're in Central America.
Okay.
So they invite 4 countries to come.
Hey, girl.
Hey, guys, right now. The kids are on. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just had to dig up daughter's ass.
We're just talking about soccer, but
Soccer?
yes.
Yeah, you know, I'm a big soccer fan. I'm going to move over so that you can
Really? Always regretted.
Yeah, I can do
it.
it. I can move. So my friend Alyssa set up some dates for me.
Some dates?
Yes.
Yeah.
like a blind date.
Yes.
Ooh.
What? So it was cool. I don't know. I guess I was happy to get out and like be dating.
Okay.
And I'm listening.
That's a good thing.
Tired.
Because I was feeling like, you know.
But because you really weren't, right? You weren't,
Yeah, I wasn't.
Yeah.
I was just so focused
Yeah.
on just myself and everything. And I just kept saying, like, I don't have time. You know? So I was like, you know what? Until something happens and, like, or I meet someone.
So
or
they're
it's
organic, right?
Yeah, something organic. It's different. It feels good. It's not forced. I'm not pulling teeth or, like.
Or chasing anybody.
Right, you know? Like, I don't
Like
want to be
like-
chasing.
Princesses seem to want you to do these days.
Right.
Seriously, no. Alyssa was like, bro, I gotta get you outside. Yeah, so I was like, all right.
Because it's like
I don't
not
wanna be
gonna
cold
like
with it.
come from under the bed or behind the couch. Yes.
Right.
Yeah. It's not gonna be just like in the closet, like, oh, dream guy in the closet. Yeah, you have to get outside.
So what they look like?
I know, like, for that to be your first thought, but it's like, let's see.
And then you can share because it's all about
what are
life
the
still,
goods,
right?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm a little nervous because, I mean, I'm not for the best picture either, because you know how we do.
I know, right? Like, this is a good show, right? So we can really be.
That is so funny. Okay, hold on. I'm looking, but I have so many photos. Okay. So this is one guy.
Keep digging.
I know. This is one guy. I need to show Manisha.
Okay.
I thought he was handsome.
Oh, he's cute. Okay.
Yeah, and you know what?
Body, I see the belt. Okay.
Period.
Yeah.
Thank you. Out of everyone, I feel like I did vibe the best with him.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say he looked like he had a shitty grin, but.
Oh, really? Oh my goodness. I don't know. He's just like, I don't know. I liked his vibe. You could tell that he would be a guy that would have, like, he has potential. He was like taking the lead and like showing like initiative and like,
Yes.
you know, asking good questions and just yeah, like even after the date, he's like wanting to, you know, when we do this again. So I'm like, okay, I like you. It's not like I'm like looking like, okay, so do you want to hang out again or anything?
Yeah,
Right, you're not like hoping or like wondering what he's thinking. Like he's showing you.
Exactly, and he's saying it, and so it's like, okay, cool,
Okay.
like that's cool. I mean, I only went on 3 dates with him,
Okay.
but he's cool. I think that we could probably hang out again for sure.
But you guys have been on 3 dates.
Yeah.
That's good stats.
Yeah.
Listen, it's hard to get a nigga on a second. So.
Oh, okay.
If
Without
you guys
him
have-
ghosting.
If you guys have been on 3 dates and you're still communicating, those are, I mean, those are preliminary good signs in my experience.
Okay. Right.
So.
Definitely.
I dated some men out there for like 3 days.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh, okay.
I mean, I come from the era where guys would date you for 6 months just to sleep with you. Like they were
They were
determined.
patient.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
And also because they would do other things.
Right.
So they didn't mind if they had to date you for 6 months, which was scary because it's like, wow,
You're invested.
after 6 months we should be together and you was just trying to fuck.
Seriously. Okay, so yeah.
Don't know what's better, the ones that immediately let you down or the 6 other bitches that go 6 months.
I think it's better immediately.
Yeah, at least then you can like no feelings at all.
No, yeah.
You just immediately like, oh, okay, not you, and then move on.
Literally.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. This day and age is like, people are like not even trying to connect at all in the first place.
That's the problem. It's like you need to have a basic level of connection.
Yeah,
right?
you're not
and keep it
even trying.
real, like. And I get that on the day you want to show you like your best face, but like, all right, you can be genuine and at the same time, you know.
You know, there are moments where people say things, and it's not so much that it's like it's cringy. It's like it kind of like indicates
It's a red
something.
flag.
It does.
Yes.
And whenever
yes.
somebody does that,
Mhm.
listen, I know being patient and people aren't perfect, et cetera, but even right now as we speak, in an experience I've had, like, yo, listen to yourself. Listen to yourself.
My gut feeling.
When that feeling gets a going, you ain't gotta discard a person altogether. You can let them sit in the background, because like a person that wants to show you something will show you.
Mm-hmm.
But once you get that feeling, get that person out of range.
Everything comes to light.
You know,
yeah.
get them out. You know, there's like people that get in the end zone, and then there's people that's like on the sideline. Put that nigga back on the sideline. And when he want to be back in the end zone again, he'll put himself.
He'll show you.
Yeah.
I would say that I could possibly. It's just so hard because it's hard even having guy friends because they're never really even your friends, right?
Yeah,
They just
you don't
want
know. You don't know.
So it's like I would love to say that, oh, like me and this guy can hang out, we could be friends or whatever, and like,
Are you looking at friends right now?
I'm full.
Then fuck that.
Yeah.
Like, nah.
Right.
We always, you know, we're like, there's good people. We don't want to just throw no his ass out.
Yeah. If you
finish the latte, you want
Okay.
I always say, if you add anything of value to your life, you don't need them.
No.
I have a lot of friends that I'm just like, do we really need to keep this friendship? And then one day I get to the point I'm like, listen, I love you. I have no hate, but like, we don't really add anything. Like, I literally have to tell this to a girl. And literally, I said, we don't add anything to our lives. Like, you know, it's just convenience. Like,
Yeah.
I was getting married. You were free for the summer. I was free for the summer. We hung out, we did stuff. And then we never talked again. And then you called me for your problems. And that was that. And I was just always calling me.
That's draining. Oh my
And
god.
it was.
That's draining.
And I'm
God.
like, what are you adding to my life besides a headache? And
Yes.
just draining my emotions. So I was like,
And that's what you're doing with
I
the guy.
hate that, yeah.
You know,
It gets me to hate.
there's a part in your life where you're young and you feel like you're not allowed to do that to
Right.
people.
Yeah.
But then you grow up and you know, and because there is a way to do it.
yes.
But there is literally nothing wrong with removing things that are like aimlessly occupying space.
Yes.
And it's not about saying you're bad. I don't like that. But
And I literally told her, I was like, listen, we can be cordial, like when we hang out, if we're in a group of people, we hang out, we cool, we can party, blah blah. But I'm
She
not gonna
hates
go out.
you?
Huh?
Does she hate you?
No.
Oh,
we just-
okay.
I said I'm not. But I said, but I'm not gonna go my way to hang out with you, and you don't have to go the way to hang out with me. When we meet because we have mutual friends.
Yes.
So it's not like you're never gonna see each other again. But I was like, we're gonna be cool and everything, but I don't want to force a friendship because right now I feel like it's forced because you're just hitting me up for these things, and I feel dreadful now because all you talk about was this guy that did bad to you, and you're back with him, and it's just like I really don't have anything. Yes. So it's like I really don't have anything. I can't help you, girl.
that one.
I can't help you.
You're only supposed to have that one person in your life. Like me and my best friend, I feel like we're the only people in each other's lives that we do that with.
Yes.
You know, where like I have no choice but to tell you this. And then even with us, we've gotten to a place where sometimes we just don't talk about it.
Because it's like, I told you everything.
You know, I
everything.
told your ass, bitch.
Yeah.
So now we're like,
I'm
you
only
know,
telling
I'm
you the
still
new shit.
fucking with him, but I ain't
Right.
fit. And we just don't say nothing.
Right.
We
Right.
both, you know, because and it is a respect thing. It's a respect
Yeah,
of like,
and if you
I'm not
grow,
gonna
you
keep
make
coming to
decisions.
you about the same
Right.
raggedy nigga that you done already said.
Yes.
It's like two sides. Because just like your friend should be open to hearing you out and not feeling like you gotta not say certain things to them.
Right.
On the other end, the friend has to know when to withhold it. It's like, you know
Yes,
what?
right.
I'm not gonna burden you with that.
Yes.
I'm talking about the same nigga for the 5th time.
Don't let my girl start telling me some mess. Because now I'm be side-eyeing my dude like, what is going on?
That's so tough. God,
How did you know that Felipe was the one? Where are the other Felipes hiding? What the fuck?
Word.
Girl,
how
like-
do you get married?
In 2024.
Yeah. I don't want to get on my soapbox, but I just share that faith is like praying to God, asking for the right person. Like, because I literally was serious about it. I was like, God, you need to send me, I'm seriously dating. Like, I want a date to marry. And if this is the person, send him in front of me. And he was with the shits too. He was, trying to play games, blah, 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 blah.
Really?
Yes. Nobody knows this, but it's true.
Oh my
So
goodness.
I'm just going to give you a quick synopsis. So we met in March at my church. He's actually close friends with somebody who was in my church who's like the children's ministry director, and I'm the ministry assistant director.
Okay.
So we're working closely together. And they've been friends since middle school. So he came to a young adults event. He was there and he introduced each other. I thought nothing of it. I'm like, oh, okay, we're just friends. Nothing. I'm just looking for more Christian friends. I was like, I just want more friends. If I'm gonna be serious about dating, serious, right?
Right. Now, have you been dating anyone up until that point? Like,
no, I actually had a really bad breakup 2 years before, so like I was really in, and I was even going through the motions. Like I got to a point I was like sleeping around. I was like, I just want to get this out my system. But then I was like, you know what? No, I'm gonna do things the right way. So I was like, nah. So I was like, just going to church and being involved in that. And I was like, if send me whenever it happens. So I met him, and I didn't think nothing. It was a Saturday night. Sunday I go to Kane and I see him. I was like, oh my God, you from Saturday? Give me your phone, Mr. Change. Like just to hang out, like nothing like
You want a church friend?
church friend. But he thought I bagged him. That's how he took it. And I'm like, wait, I didn't even like you like that when I saw you. We're just like friends. Yeah.
That's another thing. Guys always, bro.
Yes. It's like
they take every like
You can smile at them out of politeness.
sometimes just like that thing in us comes out. It's not you.
I was just excited.
Like I be like, throwing my little sparkles down, and it's like, that wasn't for no like
Yes.
Right.
I'm just like sparkling. I didn't want it to happen.
I was
No.
just happy, So
There you go.
by the end of the night, he was like scooting closer to me. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, I don't know. By the end of the night, we ended up like kissing, and I was like, I don't know what this is, but I don't want this because I'm seriously dating. And he was like, it's okay, I understand. So we kind of like text every day, but I was kind of keeping my distance because I was like, do you want like to date or something? He's like, I don't know what I want. And I was like,
so
yeah, no, don't talk to me.
At least he was honest, though.
Yes.
So many guys don't know that they don't know what they want.
Yeah.
You know what? Thank you for saying that right now, because I didn't even think about that. He literally said, I don't know what I want. And I was like, all right, since you don't know what, let's just be friends.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm glad, because sometimes I would have been like, I like
But
this.
you
Yeah, I
know,
would have kept going.
You,
Yes.
I was about to say, you both deserve credit. He deserves credit
Yes.
for being man enough to be honest.
Yes.
And you
too,
deserve
like,
credit
listen.
for being like, because so many times, I know when we were young, like, a nigga would say that, and we're like, okay.
Right.
But like in the back, but it's like, that was real woman shit. But
Right.
don't even play with me.
So I didn't be saying it on business.
So I was trying, girl. I was trying. So long story short, we kind of like kept our distance. So then like he took me out to like movies the end of the month. He was like, oh, I really like you. I said, yeah, but you don't know what you want. And I started to cry because I'm like, you just stringing me along. You don't know what you want, and I don't like this. You can't be stringing me along. Like, nah, I'm starting to catch feelings for you because you text me every day and you saying these two things, blah, blah. I don't want this. I don't want this. Like, if you don't know what you want, just leave me alone. And I was just like crying. I was just like, no, I don't want this. Leave me alone. And I left. And then on my birthday, he took me out. He was like, I just want to take you out as friends. And I'm like, I don't know. I really don't like this. So for my birthday, he took me out to breakfast for IHOP. He brought me roses. And he was just really sweet. And I'm like, all right, but I still want to keep my distance. Like, because now they're trying to feel like we're something and we're not.
Right. It's like we're doing all the things.
I was like,
that's my nightmare.
yeah.
Doing all the things, right?
Yes.
Like,
Just let's be what it is.
Yes.
Don't do that.
So I was like,
For real.
distraught. I was like, no. So then a few days later, he texted me. He's like, listen, I want to take you out on a date. And I said, friends don't go on dates.
Okay.
He was like, this is different. I said, okay, this is different. All right, fine. So I went on a date, and he asked me to be his girlfriend.
Oh, I believe that.
So
Fine.
it was really nice to be
I like
like
that.
That was what they would call organic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even with the
He was like, I clearly got to show this girl.
Yeah.
Right, because I think, you know
But
what happened? I
that's
started to
because
pull
you were
away.
serious about yourself. Yeah, and a lot of women, don't get me wrong, we can go on and on and on about what the niggas do, okay? But a lot of us don't take responsibility for the fact that no one is going to even consider treating you with a certain amount of respect and regard if you're not treating yourself like that.
Right.
Like if you allow someone to play with you, now they feel like you could be played with.
Right.
It's hard because especially in a dating world like this where the organic love stories and just feel so scarce, you feel compelled to take whatever you can get where you can get it. Mm-hmm. But you really got to get to that place where you're like, if this is not what I want, no hard feelings.
Yes.
Not knocking anybody. But I'm gonna stay over here.
Yeah. I remember that season when I was waiting, the guy hit me up. I was out with a group of girls from my school, and it was November 2015. I remember this so vividly. I had ended my relationship September 2014, and I was lonely. Mm-hmm. But I was like, I decided I was gonna stick to what I wanted to do and not be with anybody. Go to church, be involved in my relationship with God. And I was at a club with a group of girls from my school, from college, and we were all hanging out, having a good time. And I got the text, "Hey, how are you?" And I'm like,
"Fuck you."
Nah. And it was that guy. Yes, like right there. And I was like, "What happened?" I said, "Oh my God, it's this guy who we just have this understanding, like whatever he texts is on." And I was like, "I can't." And she was like,
"Damn you, devil."
Why? I was like, "Because I told myself I'm not." So he was like, "What's up?" I was like, "Are you around? Are you busy?" And I was like, "Yes, I'm out with friends." And I said, "Actually, I'm no longer in that type of space anymore to be hanging out with you." And he was like, "Why?" I said, "Because I'm having a relationship with God." He was like, "All right, when you're done with that, come find me," or something like that.
Oh, that right there, he would have been.
And he was like, "Oh, let me know when you're available again," something like that. And I was like, "Oh no."
Toxic guys, I swear, have the best penis. They just like, what the fuck? When you're done with your relationship with God at death, like, what are we talking about?
I don't know if it was that exactly, but it was something like, when you're done or when you're available again, like, hit me up. Like,
it's hard. And, it's one thing that's hard as hell, and I think this is where we probably all got. It's so hard to like have that stand on it moment when you're so lonely,
right?
And when when you out and you in that in that element again for a second. It's hard. It's hard. It's really hard.
And two things. When you decide that you want to stand on business, all the tests come.
Oh, right. That's when
all the Negroes.
Yeah, that's
the one that broke your heart and ain't said nothing to you.
Right.
Three fucking surfaces.
And it's almost like God was like, "Okay, I want to see you stand on business now,
because I want to send it to you, but like, is you really ready?
Right. I'm gonna see.
Right.
I'm gonna send that nigga.
And that was November 2015, and I met Felipe in March 2016.
Damn. First of all,
wow, back then
about 2015.
I swear, I think about that all the time. I see this nigga all the time, and then it's crazy because I play in the women's league, like the soccer team.
Yes.
So they have like owners or like people who sponsor us. Mm-hmm. While he was one of the sponsors, him and his friend who was like a tree company, like a landscaping company. Wow. He was like, "Oh my God, Manisha, hey, I didn't know you played. This is the team I'm a sponsor. I didn't know you played for this team." And I was like, "Yes, this is my husband."
Yes. I love my girls. It's so good to have, a group of women that you can just talk to and be able to just have an open conversation, no judgment, and have someone be able to just hear you out.
Hey, Sig, come and join us. We started without you, girl.
I see. I've interrupted a deep one.
Yes, we were just, having girl talk. I'll pour you up. We started eating.
I see you have crackers and cheese.
Yes, and grapes and stuff.
You can have the food.
So, because it's of course hard to be like, "Oh, go here. You're gonna definitely meet the right guy." But it definitely does have to do with where you're putting yourself, where you're surrounding yourself, where you're going.
But that's hard because how you gonna meet somebody who's
here? Now, like, what if I meet someone who's like across the country?
And that's the hard thing.
I'm sorry, guys.
I'm not done with this.
Well, you know what though? I don't think I would mind.
You seem like an out of town relationship kind of person to me.
I'm like a lot of me.
I wouldn't say
you will take a trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but you're also not grounded where you're at. Like, you're that person that would like.
You will get up and go. Yeah, I don't think
at any moment
that might not work for a different type of a woman, but for you, I think yes.
You can date around at these festivals.
So maybe my husband isn't in New Jersey.
I will tell tell you this, and this is how I feel. Like I don't give advice.
I don't feel like you're looking for your husband. I don't feel like you're
I'm not
trying
looking for my husband.
to get yourself right.
I was like, you're not. But
yourself.
for a piece of advice, like after this little debacle, before this, because I wasn't planning on doing it right now, and I should have stuck to it, but I do plan to not look for my husband until like I'm fully degreed, until I pass the LSATs and I go on to law school. I might start looking in law school. I'm gonna be careful. I'm really trying.
You're gonna know the rich part.
Yeah, I'm really not trying to look for my husband until I'm kind of on the other side of my career.
I feel like especially people like in my age, like I'm not Gen Z, but the millennials. A lot of the times we're always like, oh, we're so focused on getting ourselves together and getting the degree, getting the job, getting the house, getting the car.
Yeah.
We're not focused on, well, when is it going to be the time to make that connection and to build that connection? Like, you're going to wait to build all of that, and then you're going to look around like...
If it's always about what you're trying to get to, you will never be happy.
appreciate what you got.
And the same thing with dating. Like, I think that if you have to know what matters more to you. Some women want the husband.
Right.
Some women don't feel like, and I think that that's what it is with the world. Like, the world has to stop telling people that the way they want things isn't the way. If a woman wants to get married and that's what will do it for her, if a woman wants to be a mother and that's what will do it for her, if a woman don't want kids and that's what will do it for her, if a woman wants to marry her career, whatever it is. And I think the issue is, and it's like,
I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to choose. I want to have it all. Like,
But that's
We
what
all
you
do
want,
it,
right?
no, that's what I'm saying. I want to have it all. I want to do the career. I want the husband. I want the kids.
I literally stopped school because I had my first son.
Yeah.
I thought I was failing. And when it came down to the end of school year, I completed the school year or whatever. When it came down to it, they was like, oh, you were on the dean's list. And I really should have just continued. I was on the dean's list and I thought I failed because I'm like, I'm pregnant, I'm stressed out, I'm not doing my homework, but I was doing it. But whatever. And I just feel like once we get to a certain age, or just at a certain point in our life, because it really doesn't define you by age. Once we get to a certain point in our life, you're either gonna branch off to I'm sticking to my career or I'm focusing on my family. At some point you will meet in the middle, but it's so hard to find that common ground. That common ground is not just
it's hard.
It's like we're like this.
It's very hard.
It's
Not
not
me
just
and this
here.
guy.
Because that's how that's where I'm at right now. Like I would have loved to focus on my career, focus on and continue in school. But once my son turns her age, like no, actually now you have to go to school, and actually I have to find a job or focus more at my job because I ended up going to school later on for my job and graduating. But I had to like, okay, my job needs to pay me more. It's like that's all I'm focused about is this job paying me more and my schedule working for him. Like my job, thankfully, I can work from home. So I can work from home, take care of this boy, take him to school, do whatever I got to do, and I can still afford to take care of him and stuff. But I feel like it's so hard to get. How do we get here? There is no way to get there. I feel like that doesn't exist. And I feel like it's something that we just want, but it does not exist. There's always going to be something that stops us from getting to somewhere. Like it's you can't get there. Like I don't see. I see you being happy in your career and making what you want to make, but you can always say, oh, I would have made more if I did this, or I would have made more, or I could see you being happy with your children and saying like, well, maybe I should have did this instead. Like I don't know. I feel like that common ground just doesn't exist. It's just like really just an imagination that the American dream made up.
Right. You're right. I agree with that.
Yeah,
but you know what helps with that? You're right. I don't think there's ever going to be a complete balance. But having short-term goals with that person that you're chasing those dreams would help, because it's like, all right, we didn't get here, but at least we're here. And you're still on the track. And I feel like you're never going to get to that point or that right track, but at least you're on track and you're not, because there's always bad, worse choices, and then there's good and there's better. As long as you're making the good choices, there's always better.
As long as I'm still going, I'm never behind. When I said I was looking for my newsman, I'm like 9 to 5 or nothing.
Okay?
Hey, you must have.
You better be fucking hustling, nigga.
Something is happening.
Okay, no, not no regular hustle.
No, like that hustle.
Okay.
I need consistency.
We did paperwork on that hustle.
And you found that.
I need
Yes,
consistency.
you did.
Like, yeah.
Hey.
Shout out to Mo.
Okay.
Hey.
And to all of us.
Drink to that.
Cheers.
Felipe.
It's okay.
Filippo. I know what you meant.
Yes, I'm thankful for this, because I've never been able to put that into those kind of words. And now I'm about to leave here and be like, yes, fine, you will find your person in your happy place.
Hell yeah.